brought. Mindful of the alarming increase of gender-based violence as a result of this unrest. Mindful of the fact that the ongoing crisis undermines the ongoing sustainable development goals, in particularly Goal 4 and 5 on education and gender equality. Mindful of the fact that the access to proper education has been disrupted for our children. Mindful of the fact that several women and girls have been raped and abducted as a result of this crisis. Mindful of the fact that there has been inadequate access to health, in particular antiretroviral drugs for HIV patients and inadequate maternal and child care. Mindful of the fact that property and livelihoods have been damaged and destroyed, leading to economic dissentment. Mindful of the fact that entire villages and schools have been burnt down. Mindful of the fact that insecurity is on the rise in these areas due to the permanent music of gunshots. Mindful of the fact that the deaths of the human beings is a dishonor to every woman. We, the women of Northwest and Southwest, meeting today, the 31st of July 2018, for the first annual African Women Solidarity Peace Forum, resolve that. 1. The crisis began in the minds of men, and it is in the same mind of men that the defenses of peace must be constructed. 2. Peace is not only the absence of conflict, but also requires a positive, dynamic, participatory process where dialogue is necessary and conflict are solved in the spirit of mutual understanding and cooperation. 3. There is a need to eliminate all forms of discrimination and intolerance, including those based on conflict and language, ethnic origin, and social origin. 4. There is an essence for all groups to cease fire so that there can be genuine and all-inclusive dialogue. 5. Government should recognize the extent of the violence of the human rights of her citizens, especially the rights of the women and girls during crisis, take measures to prevent such violations, provide appropriate redress and prosecute perpetrators, provide support to victims, and ensure that there is awareness of these violations, informing planning and implementation in all peace support operations, humanitarian activities, and construction efforts. 6. The government should implement the UN Security Council Resolution 1325 and other related instruments on women's peace and security. 7. Women from the Southwest and Northwest should effectively and actively be involved in the peace negotiation process. That this declaration is accompanied by a 6-month action plan done and dated at the Center for Human Rights and Democracy in Africa on the 31st of July 2018. Thank you very much.